Welcome back to Fresh. We're here again this week featuring Kosciusko County businesses, and we're at Warsaw Cut Glass with Linda Kirkendall. She and her husband Randy own Warsaw Cut Glass, and Linda, this is quite a story here. I tell you what, we're going to see some great pictures here during the segment, but tell us a little bit about the history of Warsaw Cut Glass, can you?
Sure. Warsaw Cut Glass was built in 1911, and it was built originally as a hand-cutting facility for glassware. And from 1911 to about 1919, they hand-cut the old American Brilliant ware here, which is probably, if you look in your grandparents' china cupboard, it's what you would associate with cut glass. And they had 40 glass cutters here. With the onslaught of World War I, they had to change the product to more of an American blown crystal, which was a lot thinner, and they started cutting, gray cutting or fine cutting, and that's what we do today.
Fantastic. I tell you what, there is an art and a craft to what you're talking about, Linda, and you are the third owner of Warsaw Cut Glass. Your husband actually was tutored, wasn't he, or mentored by the second owner, Mr. Dobbins.
Correct. He apprenticed with Mr. Dobbins. Mr. Dobbins was one of the original master glass cutters that worked here. He started working here in 1914, and he passed away in 1982. So we were very, very fortunate to be able to come, and my husband got to learn from him, an apprentice. And with Mr. Dobbins, he's the reason that Warsaw Cut Glass is still here. As far as we know, it's the last original cut glass factory left in the United States. We still use all of our original machines. We still hand cut just on revolving stone wheels. But Mr. Dobbins used to have an evening job so he could cut during the day in the 50s and 60s when cut glass kind of went out of vogue. So he refused to close down this factory when most of them in the United States did close down, and he's the reason that we're still here.
Isn't that a great story? And Randy is really the master craftsman here, and he can customize pieces, can't he, for people?
Yes, there might be 4 or 5 other people in the United States that can do what Randy does. And it's a craft that takes months and months and months and years to master. And he can cut, if you have your great-grandparents' crystal and you'd like to have the same pattern, he can figure out which wheels are necessary, shape those wheels, and cut the same pattern on blank pieces of glass.
Amazing, amazing. Well, not only is the manufacturing done here at Warsaw Cut Glass, but your display is wonderful, and all kinds of different cut glass surround us here, Linda. Can you talk a little bit about maybe a few of the varieties that people can see when they come?
Sure. We always say if it's made of crystal, we carry it. And we'll have anything from any type of barware, any type of stems, water goblets, wine glasses, any water tumblers, pitchers, platters, bowls, vases. The sky is the limit as far as, and you can have anything put on them. We have about 50 standard patterns that we normally cut, but if you wanted letter work or a specific music, we can put that. We can cut that on the pieces as well.
All kinds of occasions, I would think, year-round, where cut glass really would come in quite handy. I mean, you're looking at Mother's Day, you're looking at Father's Day, of course the holidays, Christmas, and all the others. And I would think, too, just hearing one of the customers that came through here just a while ago, that your cut glass probably ends up in all parts of the world. The customer that came in today was taking a piece to Mexico with her.
Our pieces end up all over. We had a piece that we hand cut for Ronald Reagan, and it was a jelly bean bowl, and it had elephants nose to tail, trunk to tail, all the way around it. We hand cut crystal that's sent to Japan and Europe quite a bit.
Well, Again, a great story here, Warsaw Cut Glass. And Linda, what is the very best way that people can experience what you've talked about? I would imagine the website will give folks a little bit of an idea, but the very best way is to come by 505 Detroit Street, right?
Mm-hmm. It's 505 South Detroit Street. You can check out our web store and just see what we do. We have about 60 different pieces and about 9 different patterns on the web store. But there really isn't anything that's quite like coming in, because here we have hundreds of pieces. We have 50 standard patterns, and you can kind of see how we can customize things for you and make your gift extra special, or your entertaining more beautiful.
Well, Linda, you've been a great guest here today on the segment. We appreciate your time, and Randy, too. I tell you, you need to come here and experience what we've talked about today. And if you'd like, again, you can go to the website. It's on the screen for more information. But come visit, and Linda will greet you with a warm smile, just as she has here today. Thanks again, Linda.
Well, thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment here on Fresh. Stay tuned.